All right, thought game here tonight here in the Battle of the Valley. Here, Waco Wayland wins a 26-20 here over Fremont-Mills. Here with a couple of big contributors now. A little loud, and maybe just kind of start us off here. Just give us your thoughts, maybe takeaways here from this one.
I think our line did great tonight. We kind of controlled the ball all the game. I know I had that one fumble, but the line played great. I mean, defense was pretty good. Just gave up a little pass yards, but we'll work on that.
Obviously, Colton looked to your son. We'll start at the end, Colton. Just how you come up with the go-ahead score there late in that one. Just kind of take us through that final play between you and Miller.
Oh, I didn't think he saw me. They covered me, and then I ran down to the end zone. I saw Clayton running. I didn't think he was going to find me, and then he just threw me a ball. I didn't even know I caught it till like 5 seconds later.
Sure. And obviously, also on the defensive side for you, getting the backfield a couple of times. Just kind of speak overall, maybe your performance here this evening.
I think personally I started off slow, but our whole defense contributed. Everybody did their jobs, and that's what kept the score so low for 8-man.
And obviously, Loudon, you start to come alive a little bit there later on the ground. Just to kind of talk about your guys' offensive performance here this evening.
You know, our offense is kind of ground and pound the ball, and then we have some play action. So the first half, we always preach 5-6, get our steps in with our O-line, and things will open up in the second half, Just keep double team to backer. And, first half was a little shaky, break off, and then kind of get stuffed. But second half, it was consistent, 6 yards, 8 yards, just breaking them off. They're getting tired. We're just running.
And obviously, they get the head there about 14-12 after that scoop and score the defensive touchdown for them. Colton, what's kind of the message there to your teammates there as you guys are fighting through that adversity a little bit?
I just kept telling that our team, we're still in it. I think that was the third quarter.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of time in football.
Oh, yeah, and obviously, a couple of top teams here in a neutral site here. Let's kind of talk about, how big it is to be able to get the win here as you guys move forward through this season.
It's really big. They were a really good team, and we fought till the last play, and our team came together and came out on top.
We got a young team, and I think it's great that we came out here and got a win against a really good team and start us off for the year.
So congrats on the win tonight, guys.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Waco Wayland tonight. Victor here in the Battle of the Valley Classic here over Fremont-Mills. They win at 26-20. Hard-fought battle here tonight between these two teams. And, Coach, I was just kind of take us through that game. Obviously, a late go-ahead score there for you guys, but just your thoughts and takeaways here.
Oh, I tell you what, I thought we were going to overtime. I mean, we haven't worked a whole lot on 2-minute drill, and with 1:30 left and tied 20-20, the drive down, I was ecstatic that our kids could drive down and get that score. Did a great job of executing. We work on the stuff, but, it's just not the same throwing against our guys as theirs, and, they played such a hard game. That's a score for a football game, 26-20. A lot of 8-man scores get out of hand and big, and both teams were playing defense. Both teams were playing hard. That's a fun high school football game.
Certainly. I mean, maybe just going to talk about the, kind of the atmosphere here. A lot of fun, a lot of good things going on here on this Battle in the Valley. Just kind of talk about, obviously, what this was like for you guys to be able to play in a game like this.
Oh, this is great. I mean, we got a short week coming up, but we didn't care because we wanted to come play here. We wanted the environment. We wanted to put the kids on turf. We were lucky enough to make the Dome last year, and it just every time you get on turf, it helps. It helps the kids understand the magnitude of a game, and then to get a team as quality as Fremont-Mills to come out and play and have such an awesome experience, and makes a late night getting home, but it was a great time.
Yeah, and obviously Loudon Housing a big offensive contributor for you guys tonight on the ground. Also had that receiving touchdown as well. Just kind of speak to his performance this evening.
Oh, Loudon is all football. He loves football. He is our, as a junior, he's still our leader. He just loves football, and never going to give up. They sort of shut him down a little early first. We were having some success, but they started taking away, and I thought he did a good job of chugging through it, and he has great hands. The one ball, like I say, it wasn't he that dropped it. He caught the ball we threw to him. So, yeah, he just had a great night.
And obviously on the defensive side, kind of speak to your defensive performance here this evening, just kind of overall.
Well, I was very impressed with our defense. To take a Fremont-Mills team and hold them to, and I have no clue, I didn't have the stats, but I got to believe we held them to under 100 yards rushing on the night. And, as good as they are at running the ball and as good as physical as they are, for us to do that, and they did a nice job of adapting and throwing the ball and making some stuff happen there. But I thought our defense did a really nice job of getting after them and stopping the run and making it so they had to do something different.
So And obviously, looked, you had a big night on both sides. Came up with a couple of big stops there late defensively. Also, of course, has the final catch there for the go-ahead score. Just kind of speak to his performance this evening.
Oh, Colton, just like Loudon. I mean, he's all about this and gets after it. And he's the hardest worker in practice. He's the hardest. He sweats the most. You don't want to get anywhere near him in the huddle. He was so bad. He was cramping up and he was eating ketchup between plays to try to get potassium in his body to keep his legs from cramping. I thought he was going to puke one time because he had so much, but he was willing to do it. He didn't care. He wanted it in there, and he just did a great job of catching the ball with his hands. He had a couple on our sideline with his hands. Did a nice job. He's a big blocker in our offensive scheme. He's a tight end, but our tight ends are tackles, and he did a great job of blocking for our run, and it was just a great performance.
Certainly, and obviously, you get behind there after that scoop and score for Fremont-Mills. They take that little bit of a lead there in that second half. Just kind of talk about you guys, what the message was kind of there for you guys as you kind of battled through a little bit of adversity there.
Oh, I just told them that was a bad call. That was a terrible call on my part. We shouldn't have built it that way. They made a really great play, and honestly, I didn't tell them much. Just, hey, we just got to keep going, and they did a great job of just staying with it. This team has seen it the last 2 years. A lot of these guys haven't played, but the last 2 years, this team has battled through a lot and had a lot of success. And I think that success in previous years has helped these guys get the success this year.
Kind of maybe take us through that last play. Obviously, Miller ends up hooking there with Lick T there in the back of the end zone for the go-ahead score. Just what was kind of the design or the draw that you guys were hoping for?
Oh, it's just it's our basic play action pass, and we had our two tight ends cross, and we have our outside guy go deep. And actually, I thought he'd come to the other side to Reese. I thought Reese was open, and I didn't see Colton, and he started rolling to the right. I didn't know what he was doing, and then all of a sudden Colton was by himself. So I'll give Clayton all the credit. Clayton did a great job of making the read and getting outside and getting himself some time and putting the ball there.
So, and obviously, you mentioned two quality teams here meeting each other early in the season. How big is it for you guys to kind of have that measuring stick as you move forward here throughout the season?
We did this last year. We went down to Martinsville St. Mary's and played Southeast Warren, who was a quality opponent last year too. And it really does a good job of setting the tone. I mean, we scrimmaged Central City last week, and I wasn't upset, but I didn't think we performed as well as we could have. And we worked on a lot of things, and I was very impressed with how our kids came out, and the stuff we worked on, they improved on in just a week, and we'll keep improving on that and get better as the season goes on.
Certainly. Coach, appreciate the time, and congrats on the win tonight.
Thanks, Ethan.
All right, well, Fremont-Mills comes up just a little short tonight here, 26-20, the final score here at WACO over Fremont-Mills here in the Battle of the Valley here tonight. Here now with head coach Greg Ernster for Fremont-Mills. And, Coach, obviously 6 points the difference here tonight. Just kind of give us your thoughts, maybe your takeaways out here from this game tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was just a little sloppy on both sides. We missed on some opportunities in the red zone. I think we missed 3 trips. The red zone didn't score. That always is going to bite you in the butt. But our kids were resilient. They battled. Came down to the last drive. I think there was 10 seconds left on the clock. So I'm pretty proud of our kids' way to fight till the end.
And obviously, a couple of top teams here, obviously coming out from last season. But what's it kind of like to be able to kind of have that measuring stick, have that sort of unique experience here to start off the season for you guys?
Oh, absolutely. I think it benefits us going forward because I told the kids, if WACO does what they think they should do and run the table, it's only going to help us out in the long run. We competed with them for 4 quarters, and I think it really gives us a test of where we're at. If we can stay healthy, I think we could be a pretty good football team.
Obviously, a new man at quarterback for you guys. Actually had a little bit more of the passing game going earlier on that game, California. Obviously, had a decent game going for him there. Just kind of speak to his performance on his first start here this year.
Well, number one, he didn't puke tonight, so that's awesome for a sophomore first start. Really proud of him for that. No, he came out and competed. He had a couple touchdowns. He did throw some picks, but, he's going to learn. He's going to get better going forward. We're really excited for the future with him.
Certainly, and Braxton Blackburn starts to come alive a little bit there in that second half. Gets you guys back in the game close, and just kind of speak, what he's going to be able to bring to your guys' team this year.
Yeah, WACO did a great job of really stuffing our run game early, and we kind of forced us to spread them out and try to throw it. And then second half, we kind of adjusted to what they were doing, and we were able to kind of get some big runs for Braxton. And we're going to give Braxton the ball as much as we can. But tonight we felt like we had to kind of help him out a little bit. But going forward, we're going to ride that horse as long as we can. He's our man, and so as long as he can stay healthy, we're going to feed him the ball.
Certainly, in a game like this, it's close and a little low scoring, especially for an 8-man game. Just kind of talk about, your guys getting that experience in a close game like this.
Well, I think it's huge. We talked about a halftime. I think it was it was 12-6. We said, halftime 8-man scores. This isn't it. So it was 2 good football teams playing football tonight, and I'm just really proud of the way our kids competed. Some teams can come out and fold into a big stage like this. I think our kids came out and competed well.
Well, best of luck with the rest of the season, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you.